Hi guys, I haven't got long to talk. So basically, I went on a video yesterday talking about how great the fixed rate was for me. That's before I found out more about it. Now, don't always take my word as being exactly to the point. I don't always get everything 100% right. Nobody does. So I'm only human. But anyway, so guys, I want to say that we have gone from, we were on pay as you go until yesterday. We have gone from bills to pay as you go. We've swapped and swapped and swapped. We've been with Eon, Bulb, and then they were liquidated, and we migrated over to Octopus, which is where we are at now. So basically yesterday I phoned up for the fixed rate because I've been listening to Martin Lewis. Yeah, it's good advice in certain circumstances, but it doesn't fit every circumstance, and he didn't consider every circumstance. All these people advised me to go on it. Lovely that they said it, but they don't know my circumstances or our families. And you've got to think that for us, because we're on pay as you go, they don't do the fixed rate on pay as you go, guys. So that was better for us, or at least we're told it might be better to try it out. We've always been advised, oh, try this out, this might be good, let's get you on smart meters and stuff. Quite a new thing years ago. But anyway, so here we are, and it hasn't worked out. We've had to go back onto the varied pay as you go from the direct debit. Nobody explained you have to be on direct debit or you have to go on direct debit, and they assumed we're already on it. We were not. I can't, right, you can see how awful I look because I always look worse on here than I do in real life anyway. But guys, seriously, if you're on pay as you go, like if you have a debt as well, first of all, you can't see what you're spending. So if you like to see what you're spending, you can't do that if you go on direct debit. And it's basically something we advised years ago anyway, but it confirmed what we thought yesterday. It hasn't changed from that. So that's the first thing anyway. Can't watch your spending. We have got a debt that Bull wrapped up for us. And in the next year, we'll have paid it off. We're paying £3 a week, guys, on that. So yes, it does add to our bills, but that's what we've got. We're paying off that debt. So basically, you don't know how much you're paying off. We know it's Tuesday, we know it's £3, like I said, but you can't tell if you're on direct debit. We like to know what's going off more than just anything going anywhere. So basically, they lump both the gas and, on a direct debit, lump both the gas and the, I don't know why I can't say the word, the electricity together, but on the pay as you go, you can see what you spend on the gas separately to what you're spending on electricity, which is what I like as well. I like tracking things. We need to in this day and age. So that doesn't work out with going to direct debit. Also, I've found out from Octopus a few hours ago, they said actually going to direct debit costs more. I don't know if it's just with them. It probably was with any company, but they said it's actually cheaper to go on pay as you go. So that's another reason. Then they also said to us that, well, basically, with this debt, what would happen, and this we were told this a few years ago as well. So if you've got a debt, and we decided to go, because we looked at the debt and how to deal with it, we decided to go on pay as you go as well, because you can get the debt down to £3 a week. But you can't do that on a direct debit. So if you've got a debt, ours isn't a very large one now at all. It was never massive, but it was big for us. So basically what's going to happen is it's going to take the money out for the debt, and it's going to be more than £3 a week in one go. Also, we have to pay monthly. Sorry about this. I never switch notifications off. So also paying monthly is more difficult for my husband. It's easy for us to pay in small amounts. So it's so expensive now for energy in this country. But apart from that, it's just so many reasons why the varied rate on pay as you go is so much better. Maybe in the future it'd be better when we've paid things off, but I don't know. I think the fact we can't track what we're spending and separately, sorry I'm just itching, I think really if you want to watch everything, but you'll just get anything going on anywhere, so you pay monthly, so it's a bigger lump sum. So they're going to take the money off your debt first, and it's not going to be like spread out. It could be, I don't know, you could put like, say they take out a few hundred over that month, half of that could go into debt or more. And what I was told years ago is, and he said it, they didn't deny it today, that it could be most of what you pay into your bills can be taken out in debt instead, and then you get what's left on your bills, whereas it's not the case at the moment. You can't pay as you need to pay, but I was told that to pay the amount that is more affordable to us each week, to clear that debt, it's got to be, like I said earlier, pay as you go. and you know, it just all changes if you go back. So I wish somebody looked into our account yesterday. I did question why they didn't do that, and they just assumed that we were already on a direct debit and moved us over. Of course, to go over, it's a phone call just like that today. I noticed my app had changed, that's why I queried it and questioned it. But then to go back from the fixed rate on direct debit to varied on Page Go, they've got to send you an email. You've got to wait a couple of hours nearly, depending on how fast everything is. Then you've got to go into a link they've sent you in that email. Then you've got to click on it. Then you've got an online form to fill in. It's not the quickest, it's not the longest either, but it's just average. So when you fill that in, you've then got to fill it in the correct way with the correct information, like your account number, all sorts of things, to make sure it is the correct account. Then they ask you, what do you want, personal questions about your account. Then you've got to submit it, and then it can take up to a week. So it's absolutely nuts, and by that time, God knows where we'll be when we get back onto Page Go again. But yet, it wasn't like that to go on the fixed rate. It was a phone call, and next day everything was sorted out. So it's just, be aware, it's not what it seems to be. Other people were saying how great it was. They didn't know our situation. Like I said, Martin Lewis, even was doing it. Even the person at Octopus said the trouble is Martin Lewis isn't clarifying what he means by this. If you're on a direct debit and you don't have any debts, it's perfect. Well, it may be perfect for you if you don't have to watch your spending and you're in a certain situation. It's great for you, but not ours. So there we go, guys. We like to have more control and see what we're doing when it comes to the energy, because it's just so expensive. Guys, that was a face. That was a real face. So I'm going to go now, guys. Just bear it in mind.